Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer sent to me by Brian. Thank you very much, Brian. This is made by Bench Brewing. It's the Lincoln Lager. Bench Brewing Lincoln Lager. This is a proud partner with the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL. So, a beer from wine country. Proud craft beer partner of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. $11 IBU. It says it's a limited edition, which to me, if you were being a partner of the Ticats, you wouldn't make a limited edition beer. It would be the beer that's served at Ticat games, right? But I mean, how many games are in the CFL? Is there, 4 games at the fucking stadium? Ooh, what are you going to do with that, eh? But that's just what I would have anticipated. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Beamsville, Ontario, brewed and canned by Bench Brewing Company. So I don't think I've ever had a lager from Bench. Bench does mostly Belgium slash European type of lagers. A lot of wild fermentation. I mean, they do even have a cool ship. They have a cool ship. They have a whole fucking room of foeders, like big ones. This is not something I would have expected out of them. ABV on this is 4.4. So again, not something I would have expected from them. Okay. It's not crystal clear. Look, this is my 4th video tonight, okay? None of my other 4 videos had any bubbles clinging to the sides. I went out and I rinsed this cup out in the sink, and again, our water comes directly from the lake. It's just pulled right from the lake into holding tanks, and then pulled from those holding tanks into holding tanks on a truck, and then pulled from the holding tanks onto a truck into the holding tanks in your house. I just rinsed this. Now there's bubbles. Tiny bit of haze, golden color, bright white head, nice snap, crackle, pop scent. It's very bougie-ish. I mean, it's not... Okay. There is not a lot of sponsored beers, be it sports teams, be it bands, be it whatever. There's not a lot of sponsored beers that are good. And it's because they make the beer, but it's almost as if they throw away all semblance of what they are as a brewery when they make the beer, because they're making the beer going, oh, we're going to make this for the big masses, which is a great idea, but at the same time, it smells bougie. It smells like your average Euro lager. But I mean, in all honesty, it's smelling like a Euro lager makes more sense than it's smelling like a North American lager, since it's Bench making it. So maybe when I try this, it'll be some weird yeast esters or something. We'll find out, won't we? Cheers. Let's try it. I think this beer is falling very, very hard victim to my not drinking my beers cold. Um, that did not taste very good. I'm a big fan of Bench. I'm a big fan of Bench's beers. I'm not a big fan of this. No. No, I'm not a big fan of this. It's got almost that It's got almost that Miller kind of wet cardboard taste. It's like Miller's wet cardboard taste mixed with Molson's slightly sweeter forefront, and then a craft beer's slightly dirty, gritty, hoppy finish on a Bouger craft lager. I think this really is having that problem that I drink my beer warm. I drink my beer room temperature. And yes, I'm living in the Arctic, so room temperature is a little less than it was when I lived in the South, but it's still room temperature. It's not 3 or 4 degrees. I think if this was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, I think this would be a pounder. But I don't know what he paid for this. I don't know what this would be in comparison to a Tall Boy of Canadian or Bud Light or Corona or anything like that, because that really matters. Yes, I know you want to support local and you want to do this and you want to do that. I get that. But at the same time, I like quality over quantity, but when I'm drinking something like this, when I'm drinking a low ABV lager, it's to drink a bunch of them. And in that category, quantity might win out over quality if the quality costs too much more than the quantity. As in, if I could get a can of Corona for, say, $2, right? Same size. Let's say I can get the same size for $2, and this was $2.55 or something. I'd probably want to go with the $2 one, because the tastes are going to be about the same, especially if I've agreed that I'm going to be drinking these at cold temperatures, not room temperatures. The taste will be basically close to the same, and I'll save money to buy more and more and more in the end as I go, as I exponentially grow in the night. It's not a bad beer, it's just I'm not a fan of it. It's 4.4% alcohol, so I'll give it 1 point for every percentage. And then I will give it, I don't want to give it too much lower than a 5, because I don't think it's that bad. I just don't think I enjoy it. And I mean, there's no brewing faults that I can taste. It's not what I would expect out of a bench brew. I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 10. It's not for me. It's not for me. That's okay if it's not. It might be for you. You might love it. That's great. I don't. Thank you, YouTube. Bye.